I kind of want to plan for C6 Skirk, but we'll have to see that. Maybe on reruns, definitely. Alright, it's starting. Let me know if sound is good or bad.
消えることのない呪い。
だからよそ者なんて信用するなって言ったんじゃないか。
そして救世主の誕生。運命の食器はついに役目を果たしたの。
アビス教団の名は知ってたが、これほど大規模で広範囲な動きを見せるのは初めてだ。まるでナタ相手に戦争を仕掛けようとしてるような。
宇宙船スリープポット？まさかお前がテレアットに来た時に乗ってたそんなことか？
この数ヶ月の間で42の星が消えた。何者かがずうずうしくもこの世界から吸い取っている。
Oh my。
災いはいつか必ず訪れる。みんなもそう言ってるわ。
彼女の存在を無視し続けたらいつか本当に彼女の声が聞こえなくなってしまうからね。
Who is her?
いるじゃない。
お前の魂は欠けていて、傷口にはアビスに侵食された跡が見られる。アビスの力の使い方を学ぶつもりもないのなら。
Oh, she looks so good.
無に帰せ。
Wait, did her outfit change?
はじめまして、私はダリア。セピロス教会の女祭で
Make it louder,
人
okay.
バルバトスの伝道師です。面白くなってきた。風神様のお告げです。
私の夜はここで終わる。
Okay. Wait, so Dahlia?
だが、お前の旅
Okay,
は
we'll have to watch
ま
that
だ
back
まだ
again
続
later.
く。
お前は私の師匠、極悪鬼
No, I don't know
セ
him.
ルトロッチを知っているのだろう。
Can you?
戦線は総崩れだ。
真っ向の剣ダインスレイブ。これがお前の望んだことか。
お兄ちゃんはいつも運命を変えようとしてる。でも今回は何としても止めてみせる。
よくやったスカーク。今回も生き残れたか。
今もなお運命の食器は動いている。
Is that the fall?
なぜお前が鈍性のクジラの剣能を持っている。
すると
Wait,
敬意など
Skirk
と
fighting the ball? Huh?
貴様の傲慢さと邪悪さに気づいた時にな。
500年前にお兄ちゃんと再会する機会を逃すわけにはいかないから。
いずれ本物の宇宙に帰るだろう。
旅の終点で2人の新たな始まり
Wait. That's so much stuff going on. What was happening? Huh? Are we fighting the foul? Oh, what? The lore finally starting to make sense? Oh, I got chills from just from the trailer alone.
Hello, travelers.
Oh,
Welcome
hello.
to the Genshin Impact version 5.7
Oh, Skirk and
special
Malvika.
program. I am Aileen Mythen, the voice of Dahlia, and hosting with me today we have.
Hey everyone,
The fact you don't know the lore makes it even more
The
confusing.
voice of Child's Master, Skirk.
And I'm Katiana Sarkissian, the voice of the Pyro Archon herself, Malika.
Okay, we'll definitely rewatch that. We'll definitely watch that. But
This
after
version seems
all this.
absolutely stacked. We're getting the next installment of the Twins quest in this version. Woo, 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 woo. Yippee!
And
Yippee!
let's not forget, Skirk is finally here, you guys. Yup. I cannot wait to see how all these stories unfold.
Her first appearance left quite the impression, didn't it?
Very.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my
I'm
god,
pretty sure
look
her
at her
interaction left us all
design,
with Far
man.
more questions than answers.
Yeah, I mean, she did give us a few clues about herself, though. Remember? In the Primordial Sea at the end of the Fontaine Archon quest?
Right. Something about the remains of a descender, the foul, the visionary. I feel like I still don't know what any of it means, though.
I mean, that's fair. So far, all we know about her past is that she trained under the foul Sertology.
So, Sertology isn't just some ordinary mentor.
Oh,
Also, I feel
definitely
like
not.
when
Dane's
she
revealed that
uses her
Sertology
skill
is one
or
of the
something,
5
or the
sinners of
ultimate,
Conria,
she
and someone who
transforms and
possesses
changes the
all-encompassing
clothes.
power. Imagine training under someone like that. A walk in the park, let me tell you.
Well, maybe that explains how aloof and indifferent Skirk seems to be. Seriously, though, her demeanor is stone cold in a way that's almost otherworldly or something.
Not gonna
Yeah,
lie,
it's kind of cold as
this
ice, right?
new
Right?
Skirk
Oh,
model
I mean,
looks
you
a
know,
lot better than
important
the
thing
old
is,
one.
This time, we should be able to get
Who
some
is the
answers.
foul, whatever?
Right?
It's.
Oh, I hope so. Yes,
It's her
please.
master.
I am
We never
dying
met
to learn
her.
more about her past.
Okay,
It's
then
basically
be sure to check
Skirk
out
Masters.
her story quest where the Traveler and Skirk's paths will cross once again. Travelers will have the chance to uncover new clues about her past
Wait, this
and
is
the world
story
to that as a whole,
quest?
so
Character
don't
story
miss out.
quest?
Ah, so Leoa is where we run into Skirk this time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's kind of weird seeing her out and about like this, isn't it? In such a normal
Okay, watching
location.
Skirk in Teyvat is
Wait,
kind
hold
of
on a
weird.
second. Is Skirk playing an instrument?
Oh.
I mean, in my mind, she's
Huh?
like this, ice queen, but here she actually looks emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, there's almost a sadness there.
Oh, yeah.
Please no spoiler.
It seems
Please
like
no
that
spoiler.
instrument means
Please,
a lot
please,
to
please
her.
no spoilers.
Oh, you don't even know. It sure does. As for why she chooses to play it alone in a place like this, well, that's something travelers can uncover for themselves.
Okay, good. Please no
What
spoilers.
I can reveal is, after encountering a mysterious power in this quest, the traveler starts having strange nightmares, and it seems like Skirk is the only one who can help. Which means the only way to resolve the situation is for the two to work together.
Okay,
Are they
Slay,
fighting? No,
so
this
we're
is
teaming
more
up
like a
with Skirk,
training, I think.
huh? Okay, but am I the only one who's
Oh,
a
that's
little
cool.
intimidated?
What? Intimidated by Skirk?
Just a little.
She's only a mysterious swordmaster with insane fighting skills
Look
and an
at her
unbreakable
design,
stone-cold
man. So
exterior.
elegant.
Seriously though, with their ability to wield various elements and their abyssal purification powers, I think the travelers can hold
Various
their own.
elements?
Yeah, it'll be fine. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now I'm
Oh, she
curious
used the
how she got that
Auroron
strong.
Bust's
I mean,
materials.
She
Okay.
reined in her master's pet, the all-devouring narwhal, like
Yeah.
it was nothing.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've only seen a fraction of what she can do.
True, and just like the truth about her past, that's
Finally
a question
changed their
travelers will need to
blade,
answer
Lamau.
for themselves in game. So get ready to play. But considering Skirk and the Traveler will need to fight side by side, let's take a closer look at what she can do in combat.
Yes, show me. Oh, that's so clean.
I'll only demonstrate this once.
So that sitting is the idol. Ooh, wait, is that a lance? I thought she was a sword, no? Oh, what?
Merciless.
Oh my god, narwhal.
Dog goes out.
Ooh.
As Child's Master and someone capable of
Wait, so
training
she
in the
started
abyss,
with a
Skirk's
lance,
combat skills
and
are
then
truly
she
something special. First,
breaks
it's
the
worth
lance
pointing
into
out,
two
Skirk
wielding
doesn't
sword?
use a vision. Her powers come from the abyss, but in the interest of blending in, she camouflages it to appear cryo-like in nature. And in addition, Skirk's attacks do not rely on elemental energy. She uses a special kind of energy known as Serpent Subtlety.
Okay, so
instead.
it's like
And
Mavuika
when you
then.
tap her
Oh,
elemental
interesting.
skill, Skirk gains a certain amount of energy,
Which
and
kind of
enters
makes
a
sense
special
because of
combat
the
state,
new artifact
signaled
set.
by her change in outfit, which is very cute, might I add. While in this state, Skirk's normal, charged, and plunging attacks deal cryo damage that can't be overridden. This state also increases her resistance to interruption and attack AoE. And when cryo-related reactions are triggered, multiple void rifts will appear on the field.
Void Rifts.
Skirk can use her charged attack
Okay.
or her special elemental burst to absorb the void rifts.
Okay.
And after unleashing a special elemental burst, her normal attack's damage will be increased based on the number of rifts absorbed.
Aw, heck yeah. So it's kind of like the
Also,
more
what
she
is
fights,
that
the stronger
bar
she
she
gets.
has?
Yeah, pretty much. Plus, holding her elemental skill is another option. When there are void rifts on the field, holding
Hi,
her
Van.
elemental skill
Is it
will allow
late
Skirk
now?
to absorb them.
You
and
missed
gives
the
her the
trailer,
ability to
but
quickly
that's it.
maneuver around the battlefield. Once she has enough energy, she can unleash her elemental burst to deal consecutive slashes of AoE damage.
I see. So she's a unit you can keep on the field for a long time, or take out when you need a sudden burst of damage.
Pairing her with Hydro and Cryo characters also further enhances her abilities. And if your team is comprised entirely of Hydro and Cryo characters, your party member's elemental skill level will be increased by 1.
Whoa, so
Sub
she like
DPS?
enhances her party member's skills too. Once a mentor, always a mentor, I guess.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like Tartaglia
I'm not
had a
too
great
sure.
teacher.
Oh, he sure did.
And I love the look of her camouflaged abyssal powers.
It looks like
Right.
you
Special
are
effects are
unfielding with
incredible,
Right?
her,
And
though.
when she enters her special combat state, her outfit changes too. Okay, slay. It looks a lot more suited for battle, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. So it seems like travelers can approach combat in 2 ways then. You can use her special combat state to dish out damage with cryo-infused attacks.
You don't know
and
about
heighten
team
this
building?
damage by absorbing void rifts
I'm
with
not
her
too
special
sure
elemental
too. We'll
burst.
see. We'll have to see
Or,
until her
after
kit
other Hydro and
release.
Cryo party members have generated void rifts, you can take to the field to quickly absorb them and build up energy to unleash powerful slashes with her normal elemental burst.
Yeah, both seem really, really useful. And since Cryo and Hydro characters enhance Skirk's skills, there are tons of team comp possibilities here.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, hey,
I think
speaking
it's
of,
like the
what about
ultimate-
Dahlia? He's a Hydro character, right? Sounds like he could be a good fit for Skirk.
Oh, I think you're onto something here. We got to know him a bit during the Mondstadt interlude. He's so refined, but also kind of mischievous at the same time. One thing we haven't seen though is
I think
what
it's
he
more
can
like
do in
when she
combat.
altered
Want to give us the
or
scoop, Aileen?
changes
Got
form
it.
and then
You
she
are
changed
in
her
for a
outfit
treat.
Let's go.
into that main DPS cryo hitting.
This should be fun! Hey!
Oh,
Thus saith the Animal Archon!
okay, so he's a shielder.
Okay, so Dahlia is a Hydro Sword user and support character
Sword?
who can use his elemental burst to provide a Hydro shield for his teammates.
Oh, it's like the shield appears in
Oh my god,
response to
for a
his
second
prayer.
I thought she is
Yes, and for a certain
using
period of
catalyst, you know,
time,
because of the
after
book.
unleashing his elemental burst, Dahlia can gain stacks of benison by hitting enemies with normal attacks or triggering freeze reactions. So when his shield breaks, Dahlia can consume his stacks of benison to summon it again, allowing him to continuously protect his party members and to increase their resistance to interruption.
Heck yeah.
And after unlocking a specific talent, Dahlia can also boost the attack speed of the on-field character, allowing them dish out damage even faster.
Oh, nice. So he can help us attack without
But
interruption
he doesn't
and
have
increase our
a
attack
field
speed. Sounds like a huge
Hydro,
help.
right?
And with his elemental skill, Dahlia summons Sacramental Shower and places it in a designated location. His summon has different effects depending on who comes into contact with it. So, for example, if it's an enemy, Sacramental Shower will explode, dealing AoE Hydro damage to surrounding enemies. But if a nearby party member comes into contact with it, Sacramental Shower will propel them high into the air, allowing them to evade enemy attacks force while gaining an aerial advantage.
Okay.
Let's go.
So he's like
Smash,
really
I mean-
reliable in combat, even though he seems kind of mischievous the rest of the
Double
time.
cryo
No,
character it is. Hoyo is
yes,
spooky.
he definitely does.
The
He
cryo
has his little
element.
mischievous
No, he's Hydro.
thing going on. I still remember all his
Dahlia
teasing
is
towards
Hydro.
Venti during the Mondstadt internet.
Oh.
But at the same time, he's also supposed to be the one who communicates with the will of Barbados, right? I'm not sure what
Unless
to
you
make
are
of their
talking about
dynamic.
Escoffier and Skirk.
Well, I guess first and foremost, he's Venti's friend, right? But even though he likes to tease, he's serious about his position as the Herald of Barbados. Oh, one more thing about his abilities. When Dahlia is in your party, the movement speed of your party members is increased during the day.
Oh.
Hey, all the better to spread the word of Barbados. Praise
You are
Barbados,
true.
right?
I don't know.
Is
It
that-
doesn't
is that how
seem
that
like
works?
he have an
Well,
off-built
anyway,
Hydro.
it's obvious he really cares about the people of Mondstadt.
Yeah.
I think he's more
he definitely
like
does. Besides, his mischievous
I don't know,
nature
maybe
keeps
Diona?
things a little bit interesting, don't you think? It's one of my favorite
like
things
Hydro
about him.
Diona.
Aw. Well, now that we've introduced our 2 new characters for version 5.7, we should probably let travelers know when they can add them to their parties.
Can do. Let's jump right into the event wishes. In the first half of version 5.7,
Skirk Shenhe?
we'll have event wishes for Skirk and Shenhe.
Dahlia
Huh?
will also enjoy a drop rate boost on the first half banners. Plus, the new 5-star sword, Azure
Oh wow! They put Shenhe in the banner?
And in the second half of version 5.7,
Mawika
we'll have returning
Emily.
event wishes for Mawika and Emily.
Okay.
Alright, that's it for the event wishes. Let's talk about the
Oh,
story
this is
content travelers
interesting.
can look forward to in the new version.
Ooh, okay.
Which more
This
more
is the big
feminine?
one.
Because
Yeah.
Pure Dahlia lemah.
Okay, let's set the scene. During their travels, the traveler comes across evidence that
Right, let
seems
me
to
just
suggest
drop
their sibling was in
Genshin
Natlan.
chat.
Oh, wait up. I see Dainsleif. As we all know, that means things are about to get complicated.
Yup, very true.
Oh, I love Dainsleif. From this image, it looks like the sky has been slashed in two, and there's some kind of rift that connects to the abyss. And the traveler and their sibling are in different spaces, but they can still sense each other's presence.
Yes, I feel like the tension is palpable.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, there was definitely some tension when we saw our sibling during the bedtime story quest.
Oh, yeah.
Although we don't know what our
s-
sibling has been up to since then.
The problem
Probably
is
they did
Shenhe
tell us
though.
that the Luma Fate has been
I'm
completed.
scared getting
Of
Shenhe weapon
course,
again
we
because I
still
already
don't
have
know how
Shenhe's
powerful
weapon.
it is, or what's needed to activate it.
Well, call me crazy, but I feel like we're
But
gonna
I guess
find
I'll
out
just
soon.
R2 it, right? If I
Seems
get
like all parties
another
are converging
Calamity
in
Queller.
one place,
Maybe. We'll see.
Natlan. So maybe that's
You
where
also
we
need
can get some
Mavika? Oh
answers.
no, Hammy.
And I know one thing travelers will encounter in Natlan: a young woman dressed in peculiar clothing,
Oh,
hiding
she's
out
cute.
in a cave.
It's not just her clothing that's special, though.
She's
Look
cute.
at her eyes.
Oh,
Wait,
her
is she-
eyes?
The plot is
Okay, stop,
thickens.
stop,
Well,
no
if the
spoilers.
Abyss Order is out in full force in
Shut up,
Natlan,
shut up.
it
No-
must
no more
mean
spoilers,
there's been
please.
a new development in our siblings' grand plan.
Yup, and the Pyro Archon and our other friends from Natlan are on high alert. But the people of Natlan want a war against the Abyss itself. There's no universe where the Abyss Order gets to run wild in Natlan unchecked.
Well, if an altercation with the Abyss Order is in the cards, I know who's gonna be on
okay.
the front lines. Twilight Sword himself, of course.
Wait, so Dance Quest and
I mean, I can
Skirk's
see it
Quest
now.
is not
Danesleif
related?
going
Cannot
all
be, right?
one-man army and rushing straight into
They
action.
have to be
We
connected.
actually will get to see it this time because our old friend Dainsleif is going to help us defeat their ranks in a manner we've never seen
Wait.
before.
Okay.
They
this
teaser?
is not a drill, everyone. We finally get to see him in action.
Let's go!
Oh, Dane teaser, guys! Holy
As the Traveler
shit!
and Dainsleif venture deep into Abyss Order territory, we'll get to see his special abilities firsthand.
Sounds like there's gonna be a lot of obstacles between us and
Okay,
finding out
that's
the
cool.
deal with our sibling. But we faced the Abyss Order before. We can do this. I have no doubt travelers will come out on top.
Oh yeah.
I guess, but the other question
Baby
is...
sibling is the one who
can
ran
we
Abyss,
stop
yes.
whatever our sibling is planning? What are their true goals? What does their plan mean for Teyvat? This quest might hold some very important answers.
There's a difference between the
I am so
Abyss and
excited.
the
I feel like
Abyss
this could be
Order,
the start
Hemi.
of a whole new phase in the quest
Your
to
sibling is
find
the
our
one that
sibling.
controls the Abyss
Yes.
Order.
Seems
Like
like
she's
it's
the
not as
queen.
simple as
She's
just
the
finding them
leader
anymore.
of the
There's a
Abyss
lot more
Order.
at stake.
Oh, for sure.
Which
So
is
this
entirely
definitely
different
one
with,
to look forward
the
to.
Abyss.
All right. I think this is a good place
Which
to
is
stop and
basically
take our
all
first
the
break.
bad
Yeah,
stuff.
I need a sec to digest all that information.
Ooh, sounds good. Take a look at the second redemption code, travelers. We'll see you on the other side.
See ya.
So the Abyss Order is the one that wants to... Basically the one that want to save Khaenri'ah and basically hates the Celestia stuff. They hate the Heavenly Principle because they feel like the gods is not helping when Khaenri'ah was destroyed, something like that. And they call themselves the Abyss Order, maybe because they're using the power of the Abyss to fight against Celestia, who knows.
All right, welcome back, travelers.
Ooh,
Now that I've
Setos,
introduced
okay.
the new characters
3
and
Setos.
quests, it's time to jump into the version 5.7 events.
Let's go!
Let's go! First up on the docket is an event that takes us back to Sumeru, where the Academia has developed a simulated adventure game.
Ooh.
Travelers will need to select various companion pieces to form teams and enhance their skills as they face off against various opponents in a board game style environment.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. You can go the rainforest route or the desert route. Each path has its own story and level of difficulty. And at the end of each adventure, travelers will face formidable opponents that require a certain level of strength to defeat.
Oh, so how do we make sure we're ready?
Well,
Ooh,
travelers can
the
enhance
Pokemon
strength
event
of
is
their
back.
pieces in several ways. Besides enhancing the pieces themselves, travelers might notice that the pieces are divided into species.
Oh.
Go to battle with a lot of pieces of the same species, and you can trigger unique species features. The higher the feature level, the stronger your pieces
Okay,
become.
this can be fun, honestly.
Yeah, I'm thinking an all-Saurian team could be cool.
You're happy because we're
Oh,
getting
and it
more
looks
of the
like you can
lore of the
also
Abyss
assign
sibling. Yep,
equipment to your
exactly.
pieces to make them stronger.
Yeah, that's right. And random events and encounters will occur during the adventure, which travelers can resolve to earn helpful rewards, like extra adventure coins, which travelers can use in the shop to purchase pieces to
Ooh.
improve their lineup. Travelers can also open chests to get all kinds of useful equipment.
What is that?
Plus, defeating formidable opponents along the route will allow you to unlock secret techniques that can help increase the strength of your entire team.
Ooh. Of course, certain encounters can also derail your
Hmm.
plans.
Oh yeah?
Ah, so there are also situations where it all comes down to luck.
Yeah, so I think travelers will have a lot of fun dealing with the unexpected in this event.
It's
Okay,
a real
I
test
think
of
this-
tactical thinking.
Oh my god,
Plus,
upgrade
there's more to this
fail?
event than just the battle stages.
Oh.
Travelers can also participate in research stages that involve guiding Paimon to harvest fruit. Complete these stages to increase your speculation level and unlock additional buffs for your team.
So we
Lamau.
actually get to put Paimon to work.
Finally.
Yup, and of course, completing this event will reward travelers with all sorts of goodies, including Primo Gems and the chance to invite Sethos to their parties.
Oh.
Nice.
All right. In this next event, an old friend and genius inventor from Fontaine is back and better than ever with a new and improved turret.
By the way, this is
Let me guess, he needs us to
5.7,
clear out
right?
monsters in an abandoned ruin again?
Yeah, that's right. But this time,
Is this
travelers
the
will
last
face more
patch?
formidable
Or will there
enemies
be
than
5.
just
I think there will be
Whoa.
5.8 for
That
the
Summer
summer
gives
event, I
shields to its
guess.
allies.
Oh.
Yeah, but don't worry. With this new and improved turret,
But I feel
we
like
can use
the
several new
next
kinds of cannonballs to
summer
help clear
event
out
is going to be slightly in a
For
different
example,
style, but
great
we'll have to
shots
see.
split into smaller bullets when fired are good for taking out multiple enemies at once. And directed piercing shots can be used to take down shields or target enemies hiding in the corner.
Oh.
Sounds like the type of event where you can really just let loose and relieve some stress.
Oh, definitely. But strategic ammunition choices will help you clear out the battlefield.
I mean, this can be fun.
So far, we've introduced events you have to tackle solo, but this next event gives travelers the chance to work as a team. In reminiscent Regimen Frenzy, travelers will get to team up with other players to tackle challenges made up of 3 stages, each with unique objectives.
Ooh, it'll be cool seeing what characters everyone
Poor
chooses.
Traveler,
Could
that's
make for some
crazy.
interesting team comps.
Well, there's a theme associated with each challenge, so your best bet is to choose a character whose skills are suited to the objective. But of course, every character has their strength. Each stage also has smaller objectives that
Man,
require
Skirk
teams to work
looks
together
so
and combine
good,
their
man.
skills. Completing these submissions can grant buffs to your own entire team.
I'm just so
In
sad that
addition,
I
At the
don't
beginning of each challenge,
save
your team
enough
will be
for
assigned
Skirk.
random regimens to complete.
I'm kind of
Once you
mad
make it through the final
right
stage,
now.
your team will receive additional frenzy stars based on your regimen completion status.
Yep, and remember, regiments benefit the entire team. It doesn't matter
I wish
who
I have more
completes them.
pools.
Okay, so, not saying I need to do this or anything, but in theory, you could kind of coast to the finish line if you needed to.
Yeah. You could.
Okay.
In theory. But I think all travelers have something to contribute.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's about how you work together. That's the joy of co-op.
I feel like co-op is its own kind of motivation too. No one wants to let the team down.
For sure. And this time, teamwork is more important than ever. Because in this iteration of the event, dire difficulty is even more challenging.
Ooh, that means whether it comes to character selection or combat strategy, coordination is more important than ever.
Good luck, travelers. Should be a fun one. All right, now I'm very excited to announce a new permanent event called Stygian Onslaught.
Permanent
In
event?
this event, travelers will be able to farm artifacts more freely and efficiently, as
Oh.
well as obtain artifact customization items for free.
For free?
For free.
A new permanent event. Okay, we need details now.
All right.
Oh.
Each update will feature a challenge that is split into 3 phases, each featuring unique mechanics with 5 difficulty
Oh,
levels
is this
to
like
choose
that
from.
ass?
Ooh.
Participation in the event will reward travelers with
ZZZ
primo
that
gems,
ass?
artifacts, and valuable items for targeted artifact enhancement.
Okay, so you said we'll be able to farm artifacts more freely? What does that mean exactly?
It means the artifact drops aren't set in stone, and you can switch where they come from.
Oh.
For the first 10 days after the event begins, the leyline disturbance will be in outbreak state. During this period, travelers who clear any stage at level 3 difficulty or higher can expend any kind of resin to obtain artifacts from the leyline blossom at the end of the stage. And before the stage begins, travelers will get to choose which domain of blessing they want the artifact drops to come from.
Okay.
Right, so travelers can also tackle the stages in co-op, right? So you can still farm
Ooh.
with friends.
Yes, and you'll be rewarded with additional artifacts every time you consume a certain amount of resin.
Okay, the amount of hours I'm about to pour into this thing, lock me in and throw away the key,
Oh,
honestly.
wow, okay.
Oh my god, you make it sound like you're in prison. Anyway, you also mentioned something about targeted artifact enhancement, Katiana. What's that about?
Yeah, right. So version 5.7 is introducing a new artifact-related item, Dust of Enlightenment.
Okay, what's this?
Ooh. What is it?
Well, we all know what it's like to raise an artifact that has potential, only
Oh.
for it to turn out kind of less than ideal.
Yeah.
So this item is designed to help with that. So,
Oh.
Artifact 101, right? We all know every 4 levels, a random substat gets enhanced as you raise an artifact to level 20. But it doesn't always turn out the way you want. So this item allows you to re-roll the substat enhancements of a level 20 artifact.
Yo, wait, really?
Yeah. Before each reroll, you get to specify the types of substats you want to prioritize.
Huh?
After the result is revealed, you can choose to either keep the original substat configuration or accept the new one.
Oh my god, it's like being able to resurrect an artifact from the grave. Like, we really needed this.
I mean,
Yeah,
that is
really
still
powerful,
shit, not
right?
gonna lie, but
Starting
it is
in
better.
5.7, travelers who participate in the new permanent event Stygian Onslaught will be able to obtain a total of 3 Dusts of Enlightenment per version for free. And the Gnostic Hymn and Gnostic
How much
Chorus
do we
rewards
need to
will feature
use
1
per
each.
reroll?
Ooh.
Plus, during version 5.7, travelers will be able to claim 2 Dusts of Enlightenment directly from their in-game mailbox after logging into Genshin Impact.
Yes.
Okay, let's just pause to take that in for a sec. Oh, but I do have a question. So, according to the devs, the rewards for clearing the level 5 difficulty in the new permanent event can only be obtained by completing it solo. But what if that level of difficulty is a bit much for some people?
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, well, don't worry, I'll hard carry you.
Whoa.
Well, I will come in and the strongest travelers in Tevat will come in to help us out. Specifically, we're talking about travelers who have cleared an even higher level of difficulty. The characters used to complete those battles become exalted ones.
Oh.
Then, when attempting a level 1 through 5 difficulty challenge, other travelers can receive extra buffs by including exalted ones in their lineup.
Oh,
Wait,
cool.
what does that mean?
So travelers can help each other even outside of co-op. I like that, and I need that. Wait, hold on. You mentioned an even higher level of difficulty just now. I thought level 5 was the highest.
Yeah, well, clearing level 5 solo unlocks a secret level of difficulty. Level 6.
What?
Dire difficulty.
Oh no.
Once you reach level 6, it's dire straits. There are no companions to turn to for comfort, no promise of primo gems to drive you forward.
What?
Just formidable enemies and an unrelenting desire to prove yourself.
Oh. Is this a true endgame?
Okay, that definitely sounds dire. So you're telling me travelers really don't get anything in return for accomplishing something like that?
Well,
Surely we get
we'll
something.
just have to wait and see now, won't we?
Ah,
I
fuck
can't
this.
wait.
All right, that's it for Stygian Onslaught. Just a reminder, the outbreak period begins the second Wednesday after a version update, or 8 days into the new version. So don't forget to
Okay,
gather
I
your
really
friends
like
and
that
get farming when the time comes.
Because
All right,
if
time
it's
to lock
really
in.
hard,
Travelers might
I'll
also
talk
be
about it
excited
after
to hear
this.
that the next installment of the Traveler's Tales is coming in version 5.7.
Okay, Slay. Last time was so much fun. We got to
Okay, so
reunite with so many
more
old friends
characters we
and
can
make a
talk
lot
to
of great
in-game.
memories.
Sure.
Yeah, why don't we take a look at some
The
of
new
the
game
encounters
challenge?
in
Yeah,
store
I'll
for
talk
us
about
this
it after
time
this.
around.
Yes.
Whoa, hang on a sec. So Toma's back in Mondstadt?
Oh.
And he's drinking with Kaya at the Angel's Share?
Huh. I never thought about it before, but now that I see it, yeah, I feel like they totally make great drinking buddies. Oh, I love him.
Looks like he's got quite the posse around him.
Oh, it's so cute. I want to know what they're talking about.
Oh, and it looks like Dory's in Inazuma. Is she trying to sell something to Sayu?
Oh, of course.
Oh no, someone save Sayu. She's too innocent for Dory's schemes.
Honestly, though, a crafty merchant like Dory could show up anywhere and I wouldn't be surprised. I bet we even run into her and not cry at some point.
Ooh, I wonder how many other friends will show up this time.
From what I've heard, it's quite a few. So keep a lookout while exploring the open world, travelers.
Ooh.
Being able to run into characters in the open world
Okay, this is
such a nice
fine.
addition. I wish it was part
It's
of every
nice
version.
to be
Right?
able
I
to
know.
talk to
It really makes the open world feel more alive and interactive.
Yeah, exactly.
And luckily, the devs feel the same way. The
Yep,
devs have said
I like
that
that.
making Traveler's Tales a permanent event is in the works. So travelers can look forward to that sometime in the future. Yippee!
Finally, Overflowing Abundance is returning at the end of version 5.7. Travelers can look
Okay,
forward
double
to double
reward
the
as
talent
usual.
and weapon ascension material drops, so don't miss out.
In addition, new envisaged echoes
Raiden?
challenges will be added in version 5.7.
Oh, for the
Shenhe?
Raiden Shogun in Shenhe.
Oh, Shenhe's echo is so cool. I see sigils and pops of red in there. Okay, girl,
Yes.
very fitting.
And
Okay,
the
like, this
Raiden
is pretty
Shoguns
nice.
with petals floating in the wind. The purple matches so well.
So pretty.
Yep, so if you want to claim them, make sure your characters are ready. Travelers
Yep,
can
we're
also look
ready.
forward to some genius invocation
skip.
TCG updates,
Skip
including
TCG,
new
skip.
character and action cards. You can now add Mawika and Sweet Lolly and Chaska to your decks.
Don't miss out, Genus Invocation fans.
Alright, that brings us to the system optimizations that
Haven't
travelers can
spent
look
a
forward to
key
in
on
the
the
new
last hit.
version.
First up is an improved resource management feature for mobile players.
Oh.
Simply put, it's a practical update designed to reduce the package size of the mobile version.
Dude, nice. I feel
Okay,
like
this
our
is the
phones will
one we
thank
have
us.
seen, right?
After the 5.7 update,
So this is
travelers
cool.
will receive a pop-up notification after opening Genshin Impact on mobile, asking them to choose from different resource plans.
Okay.
Under the basic plan, the system will retain the necessary resources for daily gameplay and optimize the resource usage for some Archon quests, story quests, and hangout events.
Okay, so that means clearing out some old quest resources to save storage space, right? But what about players whose progress is a bit all over the place? How does that work?
Don't worry, the dev team has accounted for that. The system will provide different guidance and solutions based on account progress and quest status to ensure that travelers still have a smooth gaming experience. And when you need to start an Archon quest, story quest, or hangout event that isn't enabled, the system will download the required resources as needed.
Oh, Slay?
Yup. So travelers
Yeah,
who
this is
haven't
nice,
updated
especially
the mobile
for
version in a
mobile.
long time might be able to free up quite a bit of storage space with this optimization.
I need that.
And it sounds like a great option for cross-platform players who maybe rely on mobile more for the small stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course, if you don't have storage concerns, nothing has to change. You can just choose to keep all game resources instead.
Yep.
And this setting can
This
be
is fine.
changed at any time in the Paimon menu, where you can choose for completed quest resources to be automatically cleared in future version updates, or for all
Ooh.
game resources to be updated as normal.
Oh, okay.
This should also make it easier for
Okay,
people
that's
to try
cool.
out Genshin Impact for the first time.
Yup. For further details, be sure to check out the developers discussion as well as future announcements
Okay, that's
across
cool.
Genshin Impact's official accounts.
Okay.
And you will now be able to directly use Fragile Resin to claim rewards from Leyline Blossoms and common challenge domains, like
Genshin
artifact and
HSR
talent
won the
material
phone,
domains.
you're crazy,
This also
man.
applies to the artifact drops in the new permanent event we introduced earlier.
Yes.
Fragile resin is worth 60 original resin, so that means you get triple the drops. Should save a few trips to the crafting bench.
Can we
that's
use
for
condensed
sure.
resin for bosses, please?
Also, the Adventurer Handbook will now have guide entries for 40 resin bosses, which should be helpful if you run into a boss you're not quite sure how to
Yep,
crack.
this is
And
nice.
the
That is
icons
nice.
will be displayed in the order the bosses were unlocked, which should make it more
Yeah, that
intuitive
is
to
nice. This is
navigate.
nice.
Alright, let's move on to some optimizations for the Spiral Abyss. When moving to the next floor or restarting a challenge, you can now save your current party lineup or clear it with a single click.
Oh, easy.
And you can claim your
Yeah, this
challenge
is
rewards
huge.
directly after completing floor 12. If you're not
Because
satisfied
sometimes
with your
when you
performance,
clear
you
just
can also restart the challenge
by
directly
missing
from the
1
finalization
second, you know.
screen.
Nice. Small
It's nice
things
that
here
you
and there
can
really add up over time.
restart it.
Yeah, so hopefully these optimizations make for a better experience.
Are they not going to
overall.
talk about the artifact
Alright,
loadout thing?
Well, that was another long one, you guys, but it's not over yet. A mystery guest left a message for us.
Oh.
So let's check it out along with the third redemption code.
Oh,
旅人の皆さんこんにちは、鈴木愛理です。
who are you?
今回ゲーム原神の皆さんと一緒にお仕事をすることになりました。とても嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。私はスカークというキャラクターのアニメショートテーマソングのス
Oh,
ターオデッセイという楽曲を歌わせていただいたんですが、
oh.
この楽曲は全編英語で世界各国というか世界にこう届ける歌ということで、もう全て英語の詩なので、私にとってはこの世界に入って初めての
Oh.
経験でとてもドキドキしたのですが、こう皆さんと一緒に気持ちを共有できたらいいなと思って今からとてもワクワク
Oh
して
my
いま
god,
す。
they are actually selling Skirk so much right now.
歴史を聞いてすごく強いけど孤独と戦いながら今日まで生きてきた、そんな強くてかっこいい女性っていうのを頭に置きながら歌を歌いましたので、その気持ちが届くと嬉しい
Okay,
で
that's
す。
really cool.
この楽曲はショートフィルムと同時公
Star
開されます。
Odyssey.
皆さんぜひ楽しみにしていてください。ありでした。
Did she say when is that?
OMG, an animated short for Skirk and a song! Let's go!
That is so cool. That is so good.
Well, you guys, that brings us to the end of our announcements for this version.
That's it?
That was a whirlwind.
Oh, it certainly was. So,
What are you all looking forward to the most? For me, I have to say, although it's a little biased, I am clearly excited for everybody to meet Dahlia.
Yes.
But you know, I'm also really excited about the new permanent content like Stygian Onslaught. How about you guys?
Yeah, the endgame is
It's
really
kind of hard
cool.
to pick just one. I mean, I'm excited for my girl Malika
Of
in
course.
TCG, but like, I'm also really excited to see Navilet, my fave, in the Traveler's Tales.
Yes. Well, I'm really excited for, and I might be a little biased as well. I'm really excited for Skirk.
Who?
Wow, really? I'm also so excited for Dahlia, and like we've been waiting so long for these characters, and also Dane's Lip. I'm so excited, and that
Man,
animated
that's
short, oh my gosh, and also of course the lore
It's been a while.
is doing so well this patch. I'm so excited for that Twins quest.
Yes, I feel like it's clear from the last few patches that the story has really been amping up lately, and this version seems to be no exception.
Yeah, right? I mean, pretty
Yeah,
soon.
the quest
it's
is
our
insane.
fifth
That's
year
true.
of adventuring, if you can believe it. It feels like it was just yesterday.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So it feels like we're really getting to see how a lot of elements that seemed separate at first are starting to converge.
Mm-hmm. And after what we saw in the dev team's Nod Cry teaser, I'm even more excited to see how the story unfolds from here.
Right? And we hope travelers have fun doing the same.
Okay, so that's it for the Genshin Impact version 5.7.
Okay, we're going to
special
talk about
program.
a few stuff
Thank
after
you
this.
so much for tuning in, everybody.
Ad Astra Abyssos travelers and happy adventuring!
Can I get 5 big booms?
Boom! Boom!
That's a W update.
Boom! Boom!
W
Oh,
patch.
wait.
W
Wait a second.
patch.
It looks like another friend from afar is rushing over to share some interesting news.
Ooh. What's this? What's this? Not Krai stuff? Not Krai teaser?
Nod Cry, an ever-changing
It is.
landscape of ruin, a marvel corroded by time. In the forest, where the nights were once
Oh, that's really
undisturbed
cool.
save for a few rays of moonlight, the wild hunt's shadow grows. There are those who bear the name of Frost Moon, living where the silver light shines. Others carry the torch, fending off the darkness and cold with their blades.
So this is all the faction
I
we've
hear
seen,
that
right?
the stolen fae still yearn for the frosts of old,
Who are you?
while the Fatui look to the stars above, trying in vain to seize the false firmament. Then there are the nights,
That's Dottore,
draped
right?
in the west wind, nearing the end of a long and arduous
Varka,
mission.
we're going to meet
My
Varka.
friends, of course, shan't be outdone. They will no
Alice?
doubt bring a magical charm to this edge of the world. And just as the stone craves the sculptor's hand, so does fate await your gaze. Pour me another cup of tea, if you'd be so kind.
Who are you?
The story is about to begin.
Ah, that's just okay, I guess. Okay, that's another. Ooh, what's this? Stygian Onslaught, Travel's Guild, Thursday, sure. Battle of Imagine Arrays. Wait, Stygian Onslaught is 625 to 729? Okay, it's already ended. Okay. We're definitely going to go back a little bit, so we'll go to YouTube.
No promise of Primo Gems to drive you.
Okay, no promise of Primo Gems to drive you forward. I think this is a very, very, very good thing. Because if they want to make this stage like really, really hard, then the casuals won't need to care too much about this and just ignore it, and they still be able to get all the Primo Gems, right? Especially the newer player as well. So if this is like an endgame mode that recycles kind of like an Abyss or tier stuff, I do hope there's something good other than Primogems. Maybe like the artifact reroll stuff or something. I don't know, maybe something, you know, other than Primogems. I think that'll be fine. So the veterans, those who actually want to try this stage, they will want to do this rather than just, you know, oh fuck this, I'm not getting anything, so who the fuck cares about this, right? Yeah, if there's no primo or nothing, people will just ignore this. But I feel like they need to have something, although it cannot be a Primogems, because if it is a Primogems, a lot of the casuals will complain. Especially if this is quote-unquote very hard. But then again, I'm still not convinced on how hard can this be. I feel like it's just going to be, I don't know, I feel like I'm going to delete this like quite easily. At least maybe even for your account fun. I feel like if you play this game long enough, this shouldn't be a problem unless they prove me wrong. And I really want them to prove me wrong. I hope this can be like a very hard endgame mode that people have been asking for. Unfortunately, this is only single player mode, right? Yeah, it'll be cool if this can be done in a co-op. Why is Elixir a scam and that feather is another scam? It is, I mean, artifact farming has always been a scam, Amber. But it is something that you have to do anyway. There is no like, oh, I don't want this, it's not useful. No, it is useful. Even though it is a scam, it is still useful because you want to get your better gears for your characters, right? And I don't know if there's a time limit, especially if there's no time limit. I think they'll be very W. If there's no time limit, that means people can use like weaker characters and still clear this anyway, as long as they not die and survive. Okay, so you can choose which artifacts. But here's, I don't know if this is good because this is just choosing which domain, right? You cannot select like specific combination of artifacts unless if I'm wrong, unless if you can select like specific. For example, if I want golden troop without Malicious Hunter, you know, yeah, if you can only pick one out of the two artifacts here, I think that would be good. But it doesn't look like you can do that here. Yeah, they only say which switch where they come from, so I guess it's a faster way for you to grind artifacts. I don't know whether it's depends on the drops as well, I guess. It can be better or worse than just the standard artifact farming. No new region also now. I mean, new region is coming like next 2 patches, I assume, because 5.8 will be a summer event. I feel like the summer event will have a slight rework, because the last summer event they kind of finalized the summer event thing with showing all the secret rooms from the past events. So I feel like the new summer event this time going to be slightly different format. Hopefully it's something related to the Celestia or at least Hexenzirkel stuff. Like even more Hexenzirkel stuff rather than just the previous, you know. We'll have to see next patch how it goes. Summer event with the last region of Natlan. Yeah, we are also still missing the last region of Natlan. That is also very questionable. Why are they not releasing the final region of Natlan yet? Because we are still missing the statue to level 10, right? Oh, let's rewatch this trailer because there's a few stuff I want to talk about here. Eyeballs! Do the trailer, yeah. I'm going to pause here and there so I can slow down and see things in more details. Because I feel like there's so many things going on here. Also, they're using JPVA. That means the English voice is still missing. I hope they will be able to change that soon. We'll have to see. You're claiming Alice? We don't know Alice. When will Alice came? It's definitely not Krai area. We'll have to see. But yes, my next target is probably going to be
ア
Alice.
ビス教団の名は知ってたが、これほど大規模で広範囲な動きを見せるのは初めてだ。まるでナタ相手に戦争を仕掛け
Also, whose voice is that? I'm not familiar with that voice.
動きを見せるのは初めてだ。まるでナタ相手に戦争を仕掛けようとしてるような。
宇宙船スリープポット？まさかお前が
Damn, we are going to see our spaceship? That's so cool. Oh, that's Dahlia, I see. She was in the trailer. It's the Not Cry trailer, basically, Trip. It's not in the trailer.
テリアットに来た時に乗ってた宇宙船のことか。
Okay, that's Skirk.
この数ヶ月の間で
We haven't even seen Alice model yet.
何者かがずうずうしくもこの世界から吸い取っているのだ。
災いはいつか必ず訪れる。みんなもそう言ってる。
彼女の存在を無視し続けたらいつか本当に彼女の声が聞こえなくなってしまうからね。
Wait.
訪れる。みんなもそう言ってるわ。
彼女の存在を
Ignore
無視し
her resistance for too long and there will become a day when you can no longer hear her voice. Who is this her? Is this one of the shades?
続けたらいつか本当に彼女の声が聞こえなくなってしまうからね。
すぐそこにいるじゃない。
お前の魂は欠けていて傷口にはアビスに
Alice, that voice is Alice.
侵食された跡が見られる。アビスの力の使い方を学ぶつもりもないのなら
It's expected, like Alice will be here. I was talking about more of the model. We haven't seen any Alice model, so she is not coming. Oh my god, that looks so good though. You really think they're going to show Alice model right away? Nah, because Alice will come in Not Cry. She's not coming in 5.7, 5.8. No, there's no way. So yeah, we don't know when Alice will come. At least at the fastest, I would say it'll be around Not Cry area when we talk about Hexen Circle. But then again, I feel like maybe in Not Cry. I think it's possible to see her in Not Cry. No, in 5.x, 6.x. For sure, I'm not for sure. But I'm about maybe 80% sure in 6.x. But I'm not going to say it's 100% sure. Or maybe even 70% in 6.x. We'll just have to see how the 6.x story going to go.
はじめまして。私はダリア。セピロス教会の女祭で風神バルバトスの伝道師です。
Okay, let's skip this for a little bit.
面白くなってきた。
Oops.
風神様のお告げです。
Okay, here we go. Also, we are getting a new pet. Or maybe not a pet, maybe just one who follows us, I guess.
はここで終わる。だが、お前の旅は。
So that is the fowl, I assume?
お前は私の師匠極悪鬼スルトロッチを知っているの。
We don't know him, but I think you mentioned him.
戦線は総崩れだ。
真っ向の剣ダインスレイブ。これがお前の望んだことか。
お兄ちゃんはいつも運命を変えようとしてる。でも、今回は何としても止めてみせる。
よくやったスカーク。今回も生き残れたか。
Okay, this one, Skirk fighting the fowl is so big.
命の食器は動いているのか。
なぜ
Okay.
お前が鈍性のクジラの剣能を持っている。
するとロッチ。
経緯などとうの昔に。
Okay, I assume she's talking to this Abyss sibling.
消え去って貴様の傲慢さと邪悪さに気づいた時にな。
500年前に姉ちゃんと再会する機会を逃すわけにはいかないから。
いずれ本物の宇宙に帰るだろう。
Also, what does this mean? We'll return to the real universe. Does they mean the fake Sky? They tease an art or his brother. They said his brother was one of the 5 sinner. Yeah, I think his brother who was fuck, I forget the name. Not the visionary. Surtologist, Skirk Master. Fuck, who's the 5 sinner? So there's the visionary, the fall, gold. Who's the other 2? We are living in a shattered space. It's not the real world. Yeah, that much I kinda understand. I pretty much understand that much. But I don't know whether we are trapped here for a good reason or for a bad reason. I just feel like the Heavenly Principle trapped people in Teyvat. Rather than to control them, I think it's more like to protect them. So Dane's brother is very vulnerable. I remember that. There's Gold Rider, Sortology, the Fall, which is Skirk's Master, her protector, the Wise. We haven't heard about the Wise and the Rare just yet, but yeah, there's the 3 of them that we know so far. So is this Skirk fighting the Fall? It is mentioned in the books. I do read those books. Too much lore gives brain fart, sorry. No, I actually like that. At least for me, I actually enjoy that. Man, Skirk fighting the Fall is insane, man. Unless if this is not the Fall. But at least the how they say it here, they make it feels like we're fighting the Fall. Where was it? Here, right? Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's not the Val. I think it's not the Val. Yeah, I guess it's not. Yeah, I guess it's not. He hates the Fall. Okay. I took the wrong impression there for a second. Yeah, okay. I took the wrong impression. So how did he get the power of the devouring narwhal? Yeah. After I watch this, I get that now. A space and time for you. Oh my god, this is going to be a very, very big update. I really can't wait, man. I guess that's... Oh, actually I want to see Skirk's at least talent. Okay, here you go. We did see the end teaser. We can rewatch it again after this. Basically, they are showing all the different factions, right? They're using the well BGM exactly.
As Child's master and someone capable of training in the Abyss, Skirk's combat skills are truly...
Tap Skirk elemental skill to enter 7th phase flash state and steadily consume Serpent subtly. So Serpent subtly, is that the energy they were saying earlier?
First, it's worth pointing out, Skirk doesn't use a vision. Her powers come from the Abyss, but in the interest of blending in, she camouflages it to appear cryo-like in nature. And in addition, Skirk's attacks do not rely on elemental energy. She uses a special kind of energy.
Okay, so E to enter 7 a state and consume this energy. Wait, consumes the energy? But I thought you want to use that to alt, no?
Serpent subtlety instead.
Wait.
And when you tap her elemental skill, Skirk gains a certain amount of energy and enters a special combat state. Signaled by her change in outfit, which is very cute, might I add. While in this state, Skirk's normal, charged, and blunted attacks deal cryo damage that can't be overridden. This state
While in this state, Skirk normal charge cryo dual range cannot be this increase her resistance interaction. Okay.
Also increases the reactions are triggered.
When cryo trigger multiple void rifts appear.
Multiple void rifts will appear. here on the field. Skirk can use her charged attack or her
While in this state, Skirk charge attack or elemental burst doesn't consume. Oh! Burst doesn't use the energy to absorb the void rips on the field, and after unleashing a special element, her normal damage will be increased based on the number of rips. Oh!
her special elemental burst to absorb.
Wait, so you do reactions and then you ult? After you ult and then you spam normal attack? Is that how she
absorb
plays?
the void rifts. And after unleashing a special elemental burst, her normal attack's damage will be increased based on the number of rifts absorbed.
Aw, heck yeah. So it's
All
kind of like
field
the more she
hitters?
fights, the stronger she gets.
No, you need to be on field to hit, no?
Yeah, pretty much. Plus, holding her elemental skill is another option. When there are void rifts on the field, holding her elemental skill will allow Skirk to absorb them and gives her the ability to quickly maneuver around the battlefield. Once she has enough energy, she can unleash her elemental burst to deal consecutive slashes of AoE damage.
I see. So she's a unit you can keep on.
To create, oh yeah, to create the voids. So when you do oh.
Skill. Skirk chain. This state also increases her
Okay.
reactions or trigger.
Reaction include frozen, superconduct, cryo swirl, cryocrystallized reaction will create rifts. And then you can either charge attack to get that rifts, or you just use the burst. I don't know why would you want to use the charge, but using the burst will improve her normal attack. Okay.
Charged attack or her special elemental burst to absorb the void rift.
You can use charge attack, E hold, and alt. Okay, I think they did mention the E hold.
And after unleashing a special elemental burst, her normal attack's damage will be increased based on the number of rifts absorbed.
Okay.
Aw, heck yeah. So it's kind of like the more she fights, the stronger she gets.
Yeah, pretty much. Plus, holding her elemental
Okay,
skill
this is
another option.
this is the holding
When
E.
there are void rifts on the field, holding her elemental skill will allow Skirk to absorb them and gives her the ability to quickly maneuver around the battlefield.
Okay.
Once she has enough energy, she can unleash her elemental burst to deal consecutive slashes of AoE damage.
I see.
Oh. Oh. Wait. So she have two bursts. One burst is the one that doesn't consume the serpent subtlety. And there's a second burst when you already have enough serpent subtlety, you do the burst. So she have two bursts. Okay.
So she's a unit you can keep on the field for a long time, or take out when you need a sudden burst.
Oh. Wait, how does she plays though? So she can be played in two different playstyle? Because if you use the normal E, you'll be consuming those energy and you won't be able to use the burst. And she will be on fielder. Or you generate those rifts and then you do the huge burst, I guess. Three different playstyle? I only get two, at least from this. What's the third playstyle? She's an on-fielder in all three, huh? What I can understand is only two. One, you are not on-fielder, so your teammates will basically generate serpent subtlety for her, and when she has enough serpent subtlety, she do a huge nuke burst and just swap out, basically. Or the second playstyle, if you use her E, and then during those E, you consume those serpent subtlety to normal attack, and then you basically just on field with her. You can do the mini burst, the second elemental burst, to buff your normal attack. So you will never be able to use the big burst. Skirk seem to be very complicated for your Razor Blade. Honestly, I don't think it's that difficult. You play her NA attack teams or E face field player or the burst nuke playstyle. When Hydro and Cryo party deals... Okay, maybe I'm not finished this. Oh, wait, let's finish this first. When Hydro or Cryo party deals corresponding element of damage, Skirk normal damage attack dealt... Oh! Skirk normal attack damage dealt in the 7th set as well as will be increased. Oh, so you only want her in no... Oh, Mono, Hydro, and Cryo. So I guess Angels, you can play her with
So she
Shenhe.
enhances her party members' skills too. Once a mentor, always a mentor, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like Tartaglia had a great teacher.
Oh, he sure did.
In freeze team or in electrocharge team, there's no such thing as electrocharge team. You just play her in
And I love the look of her
freeze team. At least this, I don't know how good this talent is. If this talent, like having Hydro and Cryo, is very busted, if the numbers is very busted, then definitely you don't want any other party member. She has Electrocharge and also even Swirl and Crystallize, right? But looking at this, you don't want that Electro. For you to gain Void Rift, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. Basically Frozen, Superconduct, Cryo Swirl, and Cryo Crystallize. But you don't care about the other stuff because one of her talent wants you to only have Hydro and Cryo. So it doesn't make sense for you to do Swirl or Crystallize or Superconduct. But then again, it always depends on how strong is this. If this is not that strong, then maybe it's okay for you to replace and have other elements like Swirls maybe. I don't know why would you want to play Superconduct. Okay, so from what I learned, it's only I don't know. I feel like you only want to play her in Hydro Cryo because of this talent specifically. I don't know if you want to add another Swirl or Electrocharge in your teams or even Geo Crystallize. Although those will help you with generating the rifts, which can work, but Frozen also works, so I think Frozen alone is enough. Good, because you don't have Escoffier. Like, Escoffier will definitely be her best in slot teammates, and so you definitely want to run Furina and Escoffier. I'm almost 100% certain with that, and I think the third slot will most likely be Shenhe because she buffs Cryo, or you can, I don't know if you can run like double DPS. For example, if you run New Villet with Skirk or Ayaka with Skirk, and you can play Skirk as the burst DPS. Or you can also run Yelan and Xingqiu exactly. So I think the third slot will be very, very flexible. So if you play Skirk as a normal attack DPS, then you might want to try Yelan or Xingqiu or Shenhe. Or you play her as a second DPS and have another main DPS, which is probably going to be either Ayaka or New Villet. Who else can I think of? Risley? I'm not too sure about Risley. Maybe Risley can work as well. But I think Furina and Escoffier will always be there. I think that's your core. But so many wants Furina though. Man, Furina is such a good character that every single character, like every single team wants Furina. It's crazy. Alright, we're done with Skirk. I don't fucking care about Dahlia. I guess you can play Dahlia with Skirk as well because he's a Hydro Shielder, right? And he buffs attack speed. So maybe Dahlia could work for Skirk as well. This is basically all the Song of the Welkin Moon they already showed before.
Nod Krai, an ever-changing landscape of ruin, a marvel corroded by time. In the forest, where the nights were once undisturbed save for a few rays of moonlight, the wild hunt's shadow grows. There are those who bear the name of Frost Moon, living where the silver light shines. Others carry the torch, fending off the darkness and cold with their blades.
Oh, I'm really excited to see this. The first one here. Fuck, where is it? Wait, where is it? This faction. Like spirits and ghostly humanoids. I think that looks really cool. And if we have like a playable character from this faction, oh, that's going to be peak, man. I could tell they will have a peak design.
The wild hunt's shadow grows. There are those who bear the name of Frost Moon, living where the silver light
And the Frost Moon is the one that have a princess, if I remember correctly.
Torch, fending off the darkness.
This is the
cold with their
lighthouse.
blades. I hear that the snow and fae still yearn for the frosts of old.
Okay, yeah, this princess is definitely another playable character, which we don't know yet.
While the Fatui look to the stars above, trying in vain to seize the false firmament.
Dottore. I don't think he's playable, but it'll be cool if they can make Dottore playable though.
Then there are the knights, draped in the west wind.
And then we
nearing the
have
end of a long
Varka, I assume? I assume that's Varka?
arduous mission. My friend.
Man, if they make Varka a chibi, I think they'll be big. Chibi Varka, Avengerian.
Of course, shan't be
And then
outdone.
Alice here, obviously with the Hexen Circle stuff. I think if we are going to get a character from Hexen Circle, I think it's not going to be Alice first. I feel like it's going to be either Barbaloth or Gold Trine Daughter first. Maybe more or so to Barbaloth, because Gold Trine Daughter is already merged with a Shade, which make her kinda too OP to be playable, I think. But then again, Alice could be one of those OP characters, so do you Herta? Barbaloth is the Herta because it's blue?
They will no doubt
Could
bring a
be.
magical charm to this edge of the world. And just as the stone craves the sculptor's hand, so does fate await your gaze.
Alice design, yeah, that's Alice. I mean, it's on his sketch. It's kind of like an
If you
adult
be so
Glee, right?
kind, the story is about to begin.
Ah, that's so good. I can't wait for Not Cry, man. I really hope Not Cry World doesn't disappoint me as much as Natlan World is, because Natlan is way too cheerful for me.